Hey guys, Nerf here with week 5 of the UPBA. We're up against Thunder and the Minnesota Hyperfangs, and pretty excited about this battle. Thunder and I have only faced, I believe, one time in the past. I don't think we battled last year. We battled in Season 1, back when Thunder was, he was quite the force to be reckoned with in Season 1. This is not a divisional match, but it's still pretty important just because our division's still fairly close. XRN and I, after week 4, were 3-1. Mort and Gohan were 1-3. Mort played yesterday and he picked up a win, so this division is still looking pretty close. So every game right now is kind of a must-win. We still need to make sure that we're keeping some distance ahead of the other two teams. So going into this game, we're sitting 3-1. If we win here, we're 4-1, which I think we'll be feeling a little more comfortable with where we are. Going to our Mort's team, not Mort's team, Thunder's team. He made 3 transactions last week, so it's kind of hard to gauge what he's going to do this week based on his past performance, because you got a very different team now. You can see his team on the screen here. As far as big threats go, Tobu Koko is very threatening with it's a Zmon user, with one of his 2 Zmon users, very threatening Pokemon. Milotic is an awesome bulky water type. It's mono water. It's really hard to crack through, especially if he gets a status on top of Marble Scale. He's got the Delmise, which is great rapid spinner, great defensive typing in Ghost. Grass causes some problems for my team. He just picked up Rodent Heat, I believe, was one of the trades he made. He also picked up Probobass, which I'm not really concerned about. He has Mega Charizard X, which is just a monster threat. It does seem to be a Pokemon that, for some reason, it gets picked up, but it doesn't perform as well as it probably should. Like, it's a really scary Pokemon. After one Dragon Dance, it kills pretty much everything. But in the past, I know in this league and in other leagues, it just doesn't seem to do quite well. But you can't sleep on it. You have to be well prepared for it. He has 2 of the genies, which is it's very scary. He has Landorus Eye and Tornadus Eye, which is a problem. They're just both really good Pokemon. He managed to grab 2 of them. I believe he got Landorus with his recent trade. He has Pangoro, which is it's a monster. It's so hard to switch into this thing. Unless you have a really bulky fairy, which I do, but even so, he has the coverage move to hit floors really hard, and then he has Uxie, which is great too. So great team. As far as weaknesses go, he doesn't really have much for me to look at. My first thing when looking at a team is always the stats up here. Great speed, average speed of about 90. He has good defenses, good health. Not the greatest health, but decent. He has a nice mix of attack, like almost perfectly even at 97. As far as what to look at, as far as what to take advantage of on his team, he doesn't have the best water switch-ins outside of Milotic, which Feraligatr can just Dragon Dance above and hit him hard. He has Decidueye, but Feraligatr gets crunched to deal with that, so he can't handle water that well. And even though his team is quite fast, 2 of his fastest mons are Excelgor and Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is a big threat. Excelgor is kind of a threat. It's fast, but it doesn't hit that hard. I'd be more concerned with spikes than anything else. So he does have a lot of speed, but it's not the most threatening speed it could be. So I didn't feel like it was that important to bring Scarfers and stuff like that. So as far as weaknesses go on his team, doesn't have many. I'm nitpicking here. He has a bit of a hard time dealing with water attacks, and that's about it. So going into our team, so I guess I'll start off with Feraligatr. When I drafted this in the draft, everybody was talking about how this thing's gonna just destroy teams. We're gonna have to move it back up to tier 2. That hasn't happened at all. Feraligatr hasn't gotten a single kill yet, and we're in week 5. And that's probably because of my play. I think it also kind of gives evidence or gives some support to what I've always said about it, is that I think it does deserve to be tier 3. It's a good Pokemon, but mono water is not the greatest offensive typing. It got decent defenses and whatever. I'm not going to go into full analysis of Feraligatr, but we're bringing it set up this week. I'm hoping to get a big sweep of Feraligatr this week and kind of show people why I got it, why I drafted it. So bring a Substitute, Dragon Dance, Liquidation, Crunch. At +1, these 2 moves destroy pretty much his entire team except for Milotic. If he brings Milotic in after I've gotten a Dragon Dance up, 1 Dragon Dance, I go for a Substitute and I just keep hitting DD, and I eventually set up above it so that I can't wall me anymore. Crunch will eventually 2-hit KO it. Bringing Life Orb, enough speed to outspeed a few things on his team with Scarfs and that stuff in mind. To help facilitate this setup, we're bringing Latios with Light Clay and Screens. So bring dual screen to Latios with Recover Psychic, enough speed to outspeed his Charizard X without a Dragon Dance. So if he brings it in, I'm faster and I can hit with Psychic. Psychic should be a 2-hit KO unless he's really bulky. We're also bringing Houndoom, Mega Houndoom. And again, if Houndoom's behind screens, I don't have to worry about the Coco or the Excelgor. I can set up with a Nasty Plot, and I pretty much kill his entire team with Flamethrower and Dark Pulse. Sucker Punch is there for to kind of help deal with the Charizard X. It kind of helps work together nicely with the Mudsdale, but just for a little bit of priority damage in case I need it. I don't really need any other moves except for Flamethrower and Dark Pulse. Mudsdale, Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Toxic Rest. He has a hard time dealing with rocks. His team does not like rocks at all. Earthquake is to hit everything on his team pretty hard except for those that are immune, which are his Genies. I have Toxic for them, and Rest to keep me healthy. I can take a +1 Flare Blitz from the Charizard X, and then Earthquake doesn't OHKO, but the amount of recoil he'll take from the Flare Blitz should bring him down to Earthquake zone. Florges, which protect Heal Bell, Moonblast. Heal Bell is to get the Mudsdale out of sleep if I have to use Rest. I didn't bring Defog this game because he doesn't appreciate hazards more than I do, so if he wants to get rid of them, he can choose to do so. I don't really care if he sets Stealth Rocks off against me. And then for Chestnut, we're bringing Spiky Shield, Wood Hammer, Toxic Synthesis. So we got Toxic on Wood on Mudsdale and Chestnut. The strategy going in this game is get screens up and then get Houndoom or Feraligatr in. That's the strategy. If the strategy's not going particularly well, I have a very bulky core that I'm bringing this week to help wilt some things down with status, hazards, entry hazards, and things like that, but I am planning for this game to be a pretty quick game. I want shields up, get Feraligatr in, start hitting DD, and then win the game. So that's the plan. I'm going to send Thunder a challenge now. That's the team. So let's wait for him to accept. I'm feeling a little scattered going into this game for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I've been thinking about this game for about a week now. I think our prep's pretty good. One problem I've been running into, and I haven't mentioned it, I don't think, in any other video, but I've been running into it pretty much every week, is some people would argue it's not a problem at all, but I find every week, almost every mon on my team can reasonably come. Like this week, every Pokemon on my team felt like it had a good matchup against Thunder. So coming down to like, okay, what are the 6 you're going to bring? You have to choose 5 not to bring. Like Tauros did well with its speed. It helped abuse a couple things in his team. Mantine was a nice wall. I thought Florges was a little bit better, but it was pretty good too. Magnezone did really well. It would have potentially scared away the Milotic. It guarantees that I win the battle against Probopass with Magnet Pull, things like that. Like it had a really good matchup as well. Crobat had a nice matchup. It helped me check some of his speedier mons. I was speed type with the Coco, and with Cross Poison or something like that, I can potentially counter it if it tries to set up, things like that. So I'm finding on most of my preps, my entire team seems good to bring, which seems like, again, not really a problem, but when it comes down to selecting your 6, it becomes a bit of a challenge. But I think the team that we brought, I think the team we're bringing this week is going to be pretty solid. We have a very bulky lineup, and again, if we can get screens in and somehow get Feraligatr in for free switch in, outside of like a Power Whip from his Delmise, or like a Z Thunderbolt from his Coco, we should be good, man. Even behind screens, I'm not even sure if that kills. So the only thing we have to worry about if we get up to +1 is his Coco Scarfed. If he has a Scarfed Coco and it's Timid, it outspeeds me. Actually, sorry, if he's Scarfed at all, it outspeeds me. If I get up to +2, he has to be Scarfed Timid outspeed. If he's Scarfed Modest, then I outspeed. So that's a potential concern. He could have Scarfed. He could bring one of his Genie Scarfs, so Scarf Lando or Scarf Tornadus. Those are good options as well. As far as leads go, we're planning to lead Latios or Mudsdale this game. I want to start with Shields up or start with Rocks up. So that's the idea. We'll have to see what he brings, but that's the plan going into this, is either lead with Shields or lead with Stealth Rocks. Alright, here we are. So what does he bring? He brings no Tapu Koko and no Charizard X. Okay, so this is looking like a weird team. Not what I expected. Yeah, going back to last week, how I said I accurately predicted all of Mort's team, I'm really bad at predicting. I didn't predict this at all. I thought he'd bring Charizard X. Charizard X at +1 kind of decimates my team, especially if you get some damage off of the Mudstill, so I did not expect this team. So he brings the Delmise. He brings the Rotom, Heat, the Landorus, the Tornadus, the Excelgor, Milotic. Alright, let's just double check that I got it all right. I see Milotic, I see Excelgor, I see Tornadus, Landorus, Rotom, Heat, and Delmise. Okay, so let's talk it out. How do we win this game? So as far as his setup options go, he has pretty much 2 setup options in his Landorus and his Tornadus. He can bring Rock Polish, Swords Dance on Landorus, and he can bring Bulk Up on Tornadus. So I don't want to let those things ever get a free switch in. So I don't want to let them switch in for free ever. What else does he have that's a threat to my team? It doesn't seem apparent to me right now that he has... So he has Excelgor, which could have Energy Ball, which could be problematic for my Feraligatr. He won't be Scarfed. And a +2 all-out speed. I kind of like going into Latios right now. If I go into Landorus though, or sorry, if I go into Mudstill, I can Toxic one of his Genies if they come in. So if they want to set up, then they're putting on an immediate timer. I kind of like that better. He could go Excelgor to get Spikes up or something like that, but I don't really care. Let's go Mudstill. Let's get Rocks up. Or let's try to. So he goes Excelgor. If this thing hits me with like an Energy Ball, I think it'll really hurt. And because he doesn't have Charizard X, which is really nice for me. I don't really need Mudstill that much. Mudstill doesn't really check much on his team. Yeah, Mudstill doesn't do much. I can get Toxics on some things, but that's about it. Rocks are obviously really nice. He has, what does he have? He has 3 that are weak? 3 weak rock weaknesses on his team. So if he brings his Specs, even if he Specs Modest, he can't kill me with an Energy Ball. I don't know if he would go for that though or not. I kind of want to go for a Toxic. Earthquake will still do a lot of damage to him. Rock's really nice too. I don't want to take a hit. Like, I'd still like to keep this thing healthy and keep it around. I have Wish Support on Florges, so that's something too. I could get up Rocks. I don't want him to Hazard Stack me. I don't know if he would do that. But yeah, I don't really know what I go into to kind of deal with this. Energy Ball, I think, is the hardest thing he can hit me with. I'm calculating for Specs Modest. I'm going to get Rocks up. So he goes for Spikes, so that's okay. Now, we don't have Defog, so that's something. I could Toxic the Excelgor, or I could just try and knock it out. Earthquake will do a lot of damage to him. I could go into Latios, but no, he'll outspeed me. I can't do that. So he's probably not Choice Specs. So he probably can't actually hit me that hard. So he doesn't have Choice Specs, what would an Energy Ball do? Probably not too much. Damage Calc's lagging a bit. Do up to 60% if he's Modest. So... just gonna write down that he has Spikes. Item we don't see. I kind of like going for Toxic. I don't know if I want to switch out. I don't really know if... could I go into Chestnut? Would that be a better switch in? Bug Buzz will still probably do a decent amount to Chestnut. I kind of like going just for a Toxic. Let's just Toxic this thing. He's going to try and get up to +3, I think. So if he's Sashed, it's broken now. I don't know what his item would be. It could have been Sashed. He could be Sashed. It's probably not Specs. I kind of like getting a big hit off on this thing. I wonder if he saves it. It does good for the... it does well for against my Latios. I could go into Florges. Like, does he... do I welcome something in, though, if I go Florges? Do I welcome in the... what would come in, though? He doesn't have the best answer to a Florges. I'm just gonna go for Earthquake. He's gonna go for a 3rd layer spikes, so that's fine. So we need 39.7 to him. 39.7, so he's bulky. So he's probably max health. Max health, max speed maybe? So let's write that down. Whoops. Not Spotify. Yeah, so if he just has max health, then he's not going to do much to me. I kind of want to go in Forges here. And just keep him healthy. So what does he do Forges if he doesn't have... I don't think he'd be max health, max attack. That'd be kind of a weird set in my mind. Yeah, he doesn't do anything to me. I don't know, unless he gets like Sludge Bomb. Even then, I don't think he's going to do much. Yeah, I kind of want to just go Forges. I could go for another Toxic. If he tries to save this thing, which I think is a possibility, let's go for another Toxic. I think he might double here. So he's a Spike set 2. I'm wondering right now, could I go in and get shields up? That's actually a problem if he gets 2 layers of those up. I don't have Heal Bell. That might be bad prep on my part. So next damage will be 24%. So he dies next turn on the switch. I think I can just stay in probably. He could probably go into my Logic. Yeah, it's kind of sucky. He's going to lose Excelgor, but he's going to have a lot of hazards up. I'm going to have hazards up too, but I'm not going to have spikes and toxic spikes up. I have wish support, I have recovery. I have a lot of recovery options, so it's not the end of the world. I have rest on Mudsdale. So the only things that can... Yeah, the problem is my sweep options now are somewhat limited. It's going to be hard to sweep with Feraligatr. I mean, again, I only need to get +1. He doesn't have a Scarf user on his team, so... I'm just going to have Toxic just in case he switches, which he doesn't. So he's going to die this turn. So Mudsdale gets a kill. Mudsdale, man, get another kill. So I'd kind of like to get this thing Toxic. I don't think he has Heal Bell support on his team. Just see here. So he had Toxic Spikes. He had Toxic Spikes on Excelgor. Excelgor's dead. Mudsdale kills Excelgor. Alright. Can this Milotic kill me with a Scald? I imagine it can do a lot. I don't want him to get a burn on this thing though, just because it'd be so nice to get a Toxic. So if he's a bulky set, his Scald won't kill me. He'll do a lot. I gotta get a Toxic off and prevent his Flame Orb if he has it. If he's offensive, then he knocks me out. Because if he's offensive though, then I can just go into Latios and get shielded up. Let's get a Toxic off. Hydro Pump. That's a big miss. So, yeah, I don't know what item he has. So he has... Maybe he's on offensive set, I don't know. But that's really nice. We got a Toxic off there. I'm going to go into Hard Latios here because I should be able to take a Hydro Pump no matter what. And I can find some things about him. And I can get up screens. Hydro Pump did 20.4%. So even though he has hazards up, if I can get a free switch into Feraligatr, I will get Toxic, but I won't take damage on that turn, and I can afford to get up probably 2 Dragon Dances, and at that point I can start killing things. So hazards suck, but I think we can still work around this. His Hydro Pump did 20%. Okay, so he has investment. So 24.4, then I'd say he It could be modest. He could be modest. So let's just write that down. So Milotic has Hydro Pump, he could be modest. Max special attack. So I think his switch in here is probably into Delmise or into one of his physical attackers. So I'm gonna go for Reflect, expecting that. Ice Beam, ouch. Okay, we just go for Light Screen then. Should have Light Screen first, but that's okay. Yeah, we have Reflect up, right? Yeah, just double check. He has Ice Beam. I'm probably gonna calc that as well. Now I could heal up, which could be really important, just because of something's coming in here. I mean, I think I could just knock him out. His Ice Beam. Let me just calc that one more time. Let me just see what he has. Milotic going down would be so nice. The first Ice Beam did 41.9, and that one with screens up did 21.8. So he's probably not modest. So I don't know if that matters because he's about to die. Do I go for the recover here, or do I go for... I'm trying to think what's like my best option here. Should I keep this thing around? I'm just trying to count my screen turns here. I'm trying to count my screen turns. What comes in after this? Probably the Delmise. What's my switch? I'm trying to think of how to take advantage of these screens here. How do I take advantage of this right now? How do I set up? I don't know if I can kill him either with... I mean, I could just die. That would actually be nicer to just die. And then I can come in with for Alligator, because he can't do anything to me right now. What to do here? Do I save him? I outspeed the Landorus, so that's still nice. I'm gonna go for Recover. We'll see what he does. So he goes for Recover, okay. Would he go for Ice Beam here? I'm trying to think, could I make like a really ballsy double into Feraligatr? He can't freeze me. He can't freeze me. That's something to think about. He can't freeze me. Alright, we're going for Feraligatr because I'm gonna be poisoned when I come in. If I go in with Feraligatr right now behind screens, Milotic's Ice Beam will do nothing to me, and I'll be toxic, so I can't be poisoned. So so he's got 3 sets up of spikes. I believe that's, what, 25% of my health, I think? I start setting up Dragon Dances, and then what does he do? How many turns do I have alive? What does he do? Crunch will kill the Delmise. Liquidation will kill everything else. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Hopefully this pays off. So he can't freeze me. He can't freeze me. He's dying to Toxic, so he dies next turn. Alright, we go for Dragon Dance. I'm not even thinking about it. Go for Dragon Dance. I hope he doesn't have anything scarfed. I hope he doesn't have anything scarfed. That does nothing. So he dies this turn. We have 2 turns. We have 2 turns. Is he scarfed, man? Is he scarfed? That's the question. Did he bring scarfed Lando? He brought that in really hard. We should go for Liquidation. Please don't be scarfed, man. Please don't be scarfed. That's such a ballsy play on my part. I hope I don't pay for it. Oh my god, he's scarfed. So going for Earth Power. That sucks. So he is scarfed. Man, this Feraligatr, man, is just not working. So, my luck died to Toxic, which was again from Mudsdale. So Mudsdale gets another kill. I wonder if should I have gone for a second Dragon Dance? No, he died, so it didn't matter. Yeah, it didn't matter. Melodic. So Melodic dies to Munsdale's Toxic. So I kind of think I should just go Munsdale again. I'll get Toxic, but I have Rest. And the nice thing too is I can even come in on that. Because if I go in on Munsdale, his switch is probably into. I can't go Houndoom because he's a Scarf. Could go into Florges. Sorry, I have Heal Bell. Why did I think I didn't have Heal Bell? Maybe I thought I had Defog. Maybe yeah, that was it. Could go into Chestnut. I won't take much damage from. I'll take no damage from the Earthquake or the. Yeah, I think I'll go Chestnut because I go Chestnut. I get Toxic off on something that comes in. If he goes Rotom, which is probably expected to switch in, I can go into Florges. And then I can, yeah, he had to been. I knew it was a possibility that he hit a Scarfmon, but Lanner's Incarnate's not like the greatest Scarfmon just because it's. I mean, it's decent, but its offensive stats are just not as nearly as good. Nice, please hit. Nice. So I don't have any thought here. No. We're just going right into Florges. I don't know what he'll go for. Maybe Overheat here? Yeah. That's not going to do too much. Oh my god, Florges, man. You're such a beast. You're such a beast, Florges. Alright. Let's count that. Man, I'm getting depressed with this Feraligatr, man. It's just not working out for me at all. Yeah, before every season, I just have this, like, I start to, like, fantasize about how these mons are going to work. And every season, like, last season, I thought Tyranitar was going to get, like, 20 kills. It was just going to crush teams with it, and it got, like, 4, I think. So what did Overheat do to me? It did 15%. That's the choice spec set. He's definitely not specs. So he could be Scarf as well. That's a timid, no damage boosting item. He could be Assault Vest. Do we see anything from him? We didn't see. No, I don't think we saw anything. So here's Overheat. And he has probably no damage boosting item. So I have a couple options here. I can go for Heal Bell. It doesn't really matter because everything coming in is just going to be toxic anyway. It only matters if I want to keep him in. And he's going to have to switch here. He has to switch. And I'm actually fine with getting this small trade-off because he takes a lot of damage from rocks. He's going to switch here. He has to. He's at -2. We have a screen up anyways. I think he goes... Did he go into Delmice here? Maybe. I could go Latios here and get my screens up again. I kind of like that play. Yeah, let's go with that play. So, yeah, this could be a setup for him. He could be a bulk up set. This is also Z-Mon, and he does outspeed me. So my Psychic will do quite a bit to him. Yeah, what if he's... If he's a special set, he won't do too much to me. But yeah, he could be bulk up. If he's bulk up, I don't think... I'm trying to think what like the best plan of attack is here. If he's physical... I could just Toxic him with Mudsdale. Mudsdale can come in and Toxic him. I'm trying to think if his screen's better here, or should I just get the damage off? Psychic should do a lot. Psychic will do potentially up to 58%. And if he is a bulk upset, let's just go for Psychic. Psychic does a lot to... Okay. So takes us out of the knockoff. Should knockoff have been able to kill me without an item? Knockoff with... Oh, I don't have an item on here. Let's say Life Orb. It did 66%. Okay, so... Okay, something's weird here. Oh, I have screens up still, that's why. Screens are screen on my calcs. Yeah, so he could be... We don't see an item on him, so he could be Z. I like going into Mudzil here. Could go into Houndoom, get a big hit off on something. He has no Dark Switch in. Actually, that might be a good plan of attack. He has no Dark Switch in. Well, which one do you just take from a Houndoom? Could he have actually killed me with on Latios? Yeah, he could have. If he's Scarf, then I take this fine. Dark Pulse is a 2-hit KO. Dark Pulse will jump to 65%, so going Houndoom here is an option. He does Revenge kill me though with Landorus. Do I care? If he comes in, then I can just go... I mean, I have a lot of options that I can go into. I think this is going to end up being a very close game. He can't outspeed me. I outspeed him, guaranteed. Even if he's like jolly or timid. The only way he outspeeds me is if he's Scarf, which then it's not a problem. Knockoff's not going to do anything. Come in, I click Dark Pulse. Something's going down. Yeah, let's do that. He has no switch into Dark Pulse right now. We're going to take some poison damage, but I think that's okay. So we go for Dark Pulse. Would have been nice to have Fire Blast right now. I think he might expect that, and he might go Rotom. He might sack Rotom here. That might be his best play. I think he needs to keep Torn around as a win con. So we're Mega Evolving. Gonna throw off Dark Pulse. Should do a lot of damage. Even if it doesn't kill, he probably has something that can kill me back with. Especially since I'm Toxic. If he's a Zmon user, then he definitely has something. Yeah, that was probably the best play he had. So Houndoom picks up a kill. Houndoom knocks out Rotom. So I think all my remaining Pokemon handle this pretty well. I think I go Mudsdale. Like, I think he has to Earth Power. What else would he have? He's Scarfed. He has to be Scarfed. Landorus. Shit. He's like, I don't know, maybe Modest or something. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't calc what he is when he knocked me out because he just knocked me out. Earth Power obviously knocked me out. The question is, what other moves would he bring on this thing? Would he bring it? Would he bring it mixed, or would he bring it only special moves? Got Grass on it, which will probably knock out. Yeah, he's got the move coverage, man, to hit pretty much everything here. Would he risk it, though? Would he risk going for a different move, or would he just attack what's in front of him? If he goes for the Earth Power, then Sonic or my Chestnut's my best. Switch in. Oh, man, I hope he doesn't have something to do with here. Earth Power, okay. So we're getting really low here. I'm going for Toxic. Am I? He can just stay in here and go for it again. He'll knock me out if he does. Maybe I should synthesis. I don't want to let anything... I'm going for toxic. I can't let anything get a free switch in here. I could let Delmise get a free switch in, because I could synthesis and then toxic, and then whittle him down. Yeah, this game's close. Let's get toxic. That's toxic. If he goes Delmise, I'm faster, right? Delmise, speed of 40. I should be faster. So toxic. If he brings the Delmise in, then I synthesis. Please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit. Nice. So I'm gonna go for synthesis here, get some health back. If he goes for steelwork, that's fine. Or sorry, not steelwork, anchor shot. Yeah, that's fine. I can stall him out here. We'll both go down, but I don't know if it's interesting or not. Landers or Chestnut was a nice wall. Does he take damage from Spike Shield? Making contact. I don't know if Anchor Shot's contact or not. I'm just gonna keep synthesizing. Probably like figure out what it says here, but I don't know if it matters. I might actually be able to save Chestnut here because he dies next turn, right? Yeah, he dies this following turn. I might be able to save Chestnut, which would be nice. So Chestnut picks up a kill. Still have half health. Nice. Yeah, this game did not go the way I had planned it to go. I planned this game to be a pretty quick game with Pharrell here coming in and ending it. If his Landers wasn't scarfed, that was 2 kills that Pharrell here picked up. His Landers would be gone, something else would be gone. Yeah, I don't know, man. My offense just doesn't seem to work well with me. Like, look at who's got all my kills so far this game. Mudslow's got 2, Venom's got 1, Chestnut's got 1. So 3 tanks have gotten kills. Big part of me would like to save this thing. I don't know what he has on it. So at the same time, I'd like to toxic him. I don't know what to take hits though. It's like I'm starting to get weakened. Since toxic. I hope he maybe tries to set up here. If he tries to set up, that would be really sweet for me. I have to hit this toxic though. That's really big. So he goes to aerobatics. Acrobatics. So I think I go Mudsdale here and I toxic again, I think. So he's shown he's physical. So what does he have to deal with Mudsdale? Anything? I could toxic and go for rest. And then I let him just start racking up stamina boosts on me. Just Mudsdale doesn't win me this game now. Conversely, I could go Houndoom. That might be better. Because he's now in range to die too. Yeah, I'm gonna Houndoom. Houndoom guarantees either get big damage off on the Landorus or I can knock out the... what does Sucker Punch do now at this point? Oops. Keep logging out. Not logging out. Tornadus. I still don't really know what his set is. I don't know what he has on his team. From what he was showing me with the knockoff, he could have been anything. I don't think he's scarfed. If he's scarfed, I don't think an acrobatics will kill me. I mean, he has 2 physical moves, so he's probably a physical attacker. So let's just say he's, I don't know, maybe max attacks Jolly, but an acrobatics knockout Houndoom. Probably should have capped it before I switched in. Acrobatics, high roll could knock me out if he's scarfed. Oh, sorry, that's light force, so he probably can't knock me out. No, he can't. And otherwise, I outspeed. Houndoom takes out Tornadus. Houndoom's starting to pick up the kills. Okay, so he's down to 1 mon left. I think he has to... I don't know if he can knock me out if he doesn't go Earth Power here, because he's scarfed. So his damage output's going to be pretty minimal. So I think... Why on earth did I go for Dark Pulse there? Flamethrower does more. We go for Flamethrower. It should do more than Landorus as well. So he does lose his fire. Yeah, we go for Flamethrower, and he goes for Earth Power, so he's locked into that now. So I don't think he can... What does he do to... I can't... The thing is, the problem with Mudsteel is I can't touch him. I have to Toxic him. He shouldn't be able to do much to Forges. If he is Scarfed... Whoops. If he's Scarfed and... what would he be? Would he be timid? Or would he be... He can be modest. Earth Power Forges will do about 38%. That's gonna be close. I knock him out with Moonblast. What would one still take from Earth Power? Jeez, man, he uses a lot. And unfortunately, I don't get a boost. Wow, this game came down really close. So I have to Toxic him. And then hope to not die to... God. Yeah, I might have to do that. I think I have to Toxic him here. And then hope that... Man, if Stamina gave, like... I mean, that'd be overpowered, but if he gave boosts to both stats, that'd be sweet. Please hit. Please hit. Please hit. Please hit. If I miss this, I think I lose. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Nice. So that should bring him down to... So, yeah, I don't think it matters at this point what I go for. I'm just going to go for Rest. I don't think it matters. So Mud still goes down. He drops to 46. Man, this game fell down to the wire. God. So it's a roll here. Sucks. I win if he doesn't knock me out here. That's what it comes down to. He wins if he knocks me out. If it's a high roll, I am calcing Modest. If he's timid, I don't know why I don't know. I feel like I'd have to calc. If he's timid, he can't kill me. Oh man. Yeah, I go for Moonblast. Please don't knock me out. Come on, Forge, just survive this. You're such a beast. You're a beast. You're a beast. Yes! That should knock him out. Poison should knock him out. Yes! Nice. Wow. Holy shit, guys. Did I DC? I don't know, my check's not coming up. Oh, I did DC. That's weird. Okay, so yeah, that was weird. Kind of DC'd there randomly. So yeah, that's the game, guys. Really close 1-0 game. We lived on 12%. That was yeah, depending on his stats, that came down to a roll. I think he might have been timid that because I did. What did that do? Required to 23.4. Or no, barely did anything. I don't know. He didn't do very much at all. So maybe that wasn't a roll at all. Required to 23.4. So yeah. Really close game. Did not go to plan in any sense of the fashion. Like I can't seem to get Feraligatr to work. I really wanted him to sweep this game just because I wanted people to becoming predictable in Draft League is like kryptonite. As soon as people can guess what you're going to do before the game accurately, you lost the game. If they know what you're going to do, you're going to lose. So if people start getting the idea that I can't bring Feraligatr or I just won't bring him because I'm not doing well with him, then people can start to just kind of like, okay, he's not coming, I don't have to worry about it. So that's not something I want to keep going. Like if I had swept this game, like let's say I've gotten a 6-mon sweep, then people all of a sudden have to really fear Feraligatr. I have to prep for it. So unfortunately, it didn't happen. We didn't get the sweep with Houndoom either. The Scarf Lando was a really nice bring on his part. The hazards were really problematic. I thought the odds of him bringing it at Selgor were so low because I just didn't feel like it did that well against my team. And you can kind of see, even with the hazard stacking, we still pulled off a win, so you could still probably argue it maybe still wasn't the best bring. Yeah, I have 5 defoggers, so I don't really agree with that bring, but either way, it made it into a fairly close battle. It was kind of problematic. Mudsdale came up big for us again. Man, I think Mudsdale's like quickly becoming, I think, our MVP. I don't know how many kills it got. Because no, sorry, Florida's got the last kill. But yeah, Mudsdale got 2 kills, Houndoom got 2 kills, Chestnut got 1, Florida's got 1. The one thing I will say with the team is even though you could say sweepers haven't really been sweeping, we're getting kills coming in from everywhere. Like we're getting nice contributions from the whole team, which I think is really good. I think it's a lot better than when you have one team where only one Mon gets all the kills. Yeah, it makes your team a little one-dimensional. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling post-game now quite a bit. Next week, I think we're back to divisional games next week. I think we'd like Gohan next week, I think. So that should be a good battle. I've still only seen him battle one time, and he beat XRN, so like he's immediately a force to be reckoned with. Anyone who beats XRN needs to be taken very seriously. So yeah, so we'll be back for week 6. Hope you guys enjoyed week 5, and that's all. I'll talk to you later.